handle by now is Fit FM 96.7 on all social media platforms, and you can check in and you can be a part of the discussion. Of course, you can hit me up in studio on the WhatsApp line. You can send your text because, of course, I won't be able to take your calls at the same time. But you can send your text to the WhatsApp line at 876-482-4944. And by the looks of things on the screen, well, I saw Andrew just now waiting on my... Oh, there he is. I think we've got him. So let's go in on the conversation. Of course, you are inside the Career Corner, brought to you by Talent Box Jamaica Limited. And our presenter, of course, is Mr. Andrew Fairman. Looks like we're having some challenges because he keeps popping in and popping out. All right, he's here. Let me see if he's here to stay. Let me say good morning, Andrew.
Hi, morning.
Good morning, sir. You're here. I am hearing you loud and clear, sir. Top of the morning to you. How you doing this here Monday morning?
Oh boy, it's an awesome morning. I'm grateful. God has been great. And I'm just looking forward to 2021. I just can't wait for 2021. 2020 to be done away with.
And again, the optimism continues. I see like you have something special for 2021. Somebody has been there and come back and said it's going to be a great year. I agree with you, my friend. We speak it into being. So,
exactly.
You selected a topic this morning. The hiring process is not about selection, but elimination. Interesting.
Interesting, isn't it? Very
It is.
interesting. And a lot of job seekers usually do not um, put in the back of their head that the hiring process is really, really about elimination.
Mhm.
And not so much about, okay, let us just really zone in on finding the ideal candidate. It is, but it is not, if you get what I'm saying. And I'll explain that later on.
All
And
right.
so if we would start from the get-go, um, that when an employer advertises a role, usually on average, the recruiter gets about 250 applications.
Wow. Okay.
And that's average, yes.
Mhm.
So that changes the mind game, that changes the entire mindset of the recruiter. It is now, how do I quickly weed out those that are not qualified to get to those that are really qualified?
Uh-huh.
And there are times when recruiters just they come across a candidate, a good candidate, and they just don't search those other resumes that have come in. But I strongly, um, you know, advise against that because as a recruiter, you really want to get the best candidate that's on the market. So if you get 250 applications,
Mhm. Well,
go ahead.
what I wanted to interject is something that crossed my mind from earlier conversations is to make sure that my application passes that 6 second rule that you mentioned in previous conversations.
Definitely. And I'm going to be touching on a lot of the tips that I'll be sharing will
Hmm.
align somewhat to that because this will should be able to set up job seekers for 2021 to get them on a good path to their job search. But the point I wanted to make was the fact that recruiters, and I've seen this all the time, where recruiters have 250 applications and they see four and they say, okay, I'm not looking at the others because I see the four that I can potentially interview. But
Hmm.
really, that's not a best practice because you're not leveraging the best. You don't know if that's really the best talent on the market. But they dread shortlisting. They just don't want to do it because it's long, right?
Yes.
And so, because of that, the hiring process now becomes how do I look for immediate red flags and things that I can use to pull out and weed out those that I don't want.
Aha.
As a job seeker, yes, and as a job seeker, you have to make sure that you do not get eliminated early in the process. Because if you do that, sometimes you're a really good candidate because exactly because of how you did your resume, how you typed your cover letter, etc. You get prematurely eliminated, and you don't want that. You want to be in the game and in it to win it. Okay. So my first point, Rodari, is do not let the great stuff get lost in the good stuff.
All right. I follow that.
So you're
Hit the
writing
point.
your resume. Exactly. You're writing your resume, and you are just all over. You want to put everything on it or in the resume, but really, will it add value? Will it um, get you closer to the interview? Because really, what you want to know is to get through the door to have a discussion.
Yes.
You shouldn't be listing everything on your resume because if you do that, you leave nothing for discussion in the interview and it becomes bland, it becomes just answering questions back and forth. And what you really want is a discussion, lively discussion where you can present yourself of value when you're in the interview. Yeah. So do not include everything on your resume. First point. My next point is you want to ensure that you are listing relevant information rather than what's impressive.
All right. Okay.
I see you're processing that, huh?
Yes, yes, because it comes back to having a targeted resume. It, the first
Yeah,
point is not making sure that the great stuff doesn't get lost in the good stuff, and then highlighting
yeah,
what is relevant. So even though I might have done something great um, in another job or another field, it has no relevance to the role that I'm seeking now. So don't, you know, fill out my resume talking about that aspect of it, which has no bearing on what I'm looking forward to.
absolutely. And you could be a resume writer, you're doing quite well. That's right. Because and that's exactly as it is. And there are times we have a tendency to want to list accomplishments that we feel we're very proud of and they're really impressive, but does it add value to what you are, the job that you're trying to seek or you're trying to gain rather? So
Mhm.
it's important to list. You need to prioritize relevance over impressiveness, so that's important. My next point is that you must clearly list your accomplishments and achievements, but do not wait for the interviewer to put the pieces together in terms of the impact that you will create when you're in the role. A lot of times we list the accomplishments, we list the achievements, but we don't succinctly put it together so that the recruiter can vision or envision you in the role and see how you will operate in the role. So you're leaving the bits and pieces for the recruiter to put it together. You want to put all of that together and show to the recruiter what you would look like, how you will operate when you are in the role. If that does that make any sense to the listeners,
Yes, it
to
does.
the viewers?
Well, I hope so. I hope, and of course, just giving you an opportunity to remind the listeners who they are listening to. Andrew.
Yes. Okay. So you are listening to Andrew Fairman, the headhunter man
Mhm.
himself, as Rodari would rightly put. And I operate Talent Box Jamaica, which is an executive search and placement firm. We also operate Career JA, which is a job portal and candidate management system. So for all the employees out there, a lot of companies are coming on board in Trelawney. Come on, man, you need to reach out to me so we can
Definitely.
partner. you know. And we do have a promotion. Later on, we'll touch on the promotion. This morning, we are looking at the fact that the hiring process is not about selection, but it is about elimination. And if you, as a job seeker, can get that in the back of your mind when you're applying for jobs, then you will be closer to finding and landing your dream job or your career, if that makes sense.
Yes. Right.
So, my next point then, Radari, would be the fact that you must always start with your punchline. And we're talking about, and this can be whether in the interview or on the resume. Okay? We looked at the fact that the great stuff shouldn't be lost in the good stuff, etc. But start with your punchline. Say, for instance, you're writing your resume. Make sure that when you're listing the experience or your work history, you start with the accomplishment. And a great way when you're listing your accomplishments, a great example could be, increased sales by 50%, you reduced staff turnover by 3%, etc. Right? So you list that. Once you start with that, the recruiter is now in tune and want to dig deeper. The
Right.
recruiter now pays attention.
Yes.
So that's what you want to do, right? Do you agree on that, sir? I always,
I,
last week when I asked you the question,
I
I
agree with
started laughing, but go ahead.
I agree with that because immediately what comes to mind is if I were say something, everything is goal and being measurable, and so when the recruiter looks at my resume and sees my measured accomplishment, then I'm thinking a recruiter might be saying, how did he achieve this? Let me go further
Yes,
into his resume. Let me see if he has any supervisory training, if he has any management training, those soft skills. I will generate interest as to how did I achieve that. So I'm thinking. I don't know if I might be right. As a recruiter, I throw it back to you and let me know if that would be probably the mindset of a recruiter.
absolutely. You are correct. You are correct, and you hear I tell you that you should move over to HR, and become a recruiter. But you are correct. You are correct. So the next thing you want to do also, Radar, is that you want to speak the recruiter's language.
Mm-hmm.
If you're applying for an IT role, use terminologies and jargons that the recruiter will identify with. If you're applying for an accounting role rather, then you want to use terminologies so that the recruiter can easily identify and connect with you. And when you do that, you're putting up a self that you are in tune with the industry, you know what's happening, you know the terminologies, etc. So they will be able to connect with you rather quickly and easily. That is important as well. My next point that I want the listeners and the viewers to pay attention to is the fact that you must remove all ambiguity. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that word correct, but boy, I tell you.
Ambiguity,
But
yes,
you
man.
know
Yeah.
exactly.
I
But
went from a pen.
listen,
You just touched a point that I don't want to forget. Speaking the language.
okay,
Yeah.
yes,
So I just stepped away from the mic just to get my pen. All right.
exactly. The recruit and to go back on that point is that the recruiter might eliminate you or might want to not pay attention to you when they don't understand you, when they don't understand what you've written, what you're saying, etc. When you speak the language, when you write the language, you communicate clearly, right? And you're eliminating or reducing the possibility to be misunderstood. So
Mhm.
that's why you want to do that in your resume, in your cover letter, even when you're having conversations as well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then try your very, very best to remove all anything that can give up a double meaning,
Aha.
right?
Ambiguity.
Exactly. Again, you do not want the recruiter to leave with the wrong impression. And that is where you must eliminate ambiguity as much as possible. And that's important as well. Now, we look a little bit on writing the resume and then we're touching on interviews as well. Now,
Mhm.
if you are going to be successful, you have to be prepared for the dreaded question. This question is inevitable. It's going to pop up. It's going to, you just have to prepare to answer it. Let me put you on the spot. Not sure how well you will do with this question, but what question do you think I'm talking about in an interview?
Why should we hire you?
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one, but not that one. But
All right.
I'll give you 75% for that. But
All right. Thank
I was
you.
looking for, not wrong, but what I'm actually looking for is the question, tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, you see, yeah, it dovetails into it. So yeah, thanks for the 25%. That's the thought process.
Okay. And that this question comes up in almost all the interview, every
Mhm.
interview. The recruiter uses this question so that you feel relaxed, so
Mhm.
that you set the tone and the pace of the interview. And this question can make or break your interview,
Yes.
right? And a lot of people do not pay attention to this question. It is not a question where you need to tell them about your life story, right? Again, it's punchline time. You can tell them two accomplishments, um, great accomplishments that's relevant to the role, and say something about your personality. But make sure you practice this question in order to not get eliminated, because sometimes one question you answer and the recruiter just carries on the interview just out of formality, but they've already determined and decided that, listen, you're not somebody that
You're
we want, right? So pay attention to
yes. Yes. All right.
that. That is
That
important.
is a very powerful question. That is a very powerful question. I see where you can open and close the door with that question. Because then I'm going to tell you about all of my church brother them who love me and how I take care of the animals in my community. And yeah, all of those great things that make me a great human being, but has nothing to do with the role that I'm seeking. I see it.
Absolutely, definitely. And try not to get categorized in the negative, right? A lot of times we tend to, you know what we tend to do? We tend to say things and behave a particular way in the interview, and we get categorized in the negative. Okay, and sometimes when you get categorized in the negative, Rodari, what actually happens is that people seek out ways to validate those negative thoughts and perceptions that they have. Is that, are you with me,
Yes.
Rodari? Okay, I thought I lost you for a few
I'm
seconds.
yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. No man, not
Okay,
at all. We're here.
okay.
And I can actually share a situation with you with that. In a previous role, we were looking for a candidate, and this candidate was coming from performing. He was a driver for hearse. So and all he did was just work with dead people, and and so we're now taking him into an environment where he's going to be in customer service. And of course, yes. He came across and gave some of those negative connotations to which the other interviewers on the panel were like, all right, let me sift out if, my intuition or my inclination is correct. So I definitely identify with that point you just shared, not giving off anything that puts you in a negative light and giving the interviewer an opportunity to sift out and verify or otherwise validate that slight negative inclination that they got.
Absolutely, absolutely. You must pay attention to that. And I guess if, you see, with all these tips and tricks that we're offering, if they put them together, you definitely land your career opportunity. You'd land a dream job. We're not saying it's going to take 5 hours or 10 hours. It may absolutely may take some time, but these are great tips that you can put together to get ahead of the game as well. What is also important is addressing red flags. The recruiter looks for red flags. And some red flags are one, maybe you don't have an education that aligns with the role that you're applying to. You may not have the experience. Okay, there may be employment gaps. There may be job hopping, as well as again we touched on last week, being overqualified on paper to some extent. So
Mm-hmm.
these are potential red flags that the recruiter will look for. Now, if you have a red flag, go
Let
ahead.
me. I want you to. There's one in particular that you touched that I want you to expound on, if possible. Um, Gaps, employment gaps.
Yes.
Why is that a red flag, and how would you address that issue?
Okay. So a employment gap is actually you not able to clearly tell us why you have a period, a 1 year, 2 years, 3 years missing throughout your career. We're humans, it happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so when that is missing on your resume, it can point to other things,
Mm-hmm.
that can affect the company when you come in. So
Yes.
if there's a space missing, you have to let us know why that space is missing. Were you on maternity leave or paternity leave? Did you go to study? Did you leave the country? Did you go start a new business? Why is there a performance employment gap? Because it speaks to the fact that you're not consistent, you're not really sure what you want. If we realize that it's coming up every now and again, you understand? Speak to a
Yes.
lot of things.
Yes. All right.
What
We
we
got.
want you to do, Rodari, okay, good. What we want you to do is to own the red flag.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, job seekers go in the interview and they do not own the red flag. They tend to lie. And I catch them all the time. They say, oh, my mother. The one that we get very quite often is, oh, my mother was extremely ill and I had to leave the job to go take care of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, the mom lived in Italy for the last 25 years and you don't have a visa to go to Italy. You understand me?
Yes, I get you.
So with that, we say, no, but this person is not trustworthy. Rather
Right.
than saying, listen, I wanted to start my own business. I started my own business, and I was doing that for some time. Unfortunately, it's not what I predicted it to be. I don't like running my own business, so now I'm back in the corporate world seeking a job. As simple as
Mhm.
that, you
Yes.
know?
Yes.
Or you've been going through a difficult time and you felt that, listen, the best thing was to just take a year, take 2 years and relax. Own
Yeah.
to it, own up to it, and don't lie. Also, don't be anxious when you're answering this question, because when the recruiter asks you about these gaps, they're immediately looking for, how frigid are you? Are you
Mm-hmm.
looking away? Are you being anxious? So pay attention to that as well, because you might be giving them the correct answer or the truth, but based on how you're behaving, they believe that it is a lie.
Uh-huh.
So be mindful of that as well. Okay. Then you must ask a question in the interview. If you are being interviewed, Radari, what question would you ask at the end of the interview?
All right. So having
And
gone
I'm
through
not
the
putting you on the spot.
what I'm thinking of, it's well, depending on how the conversation went, at the end of the interview, I would want to know if we have addressed all the concerns that you have. Because earlier in the interview, I would ask what is a challenge that the organization is having for me to for you to be looking for this talent. And so at the end of the interview, I would want to know if we have clarified, if you've understood what it is that I'm bringing to the table, and if the organization, yeah, something to that effect. I'll be looking at, have we satisfied? Have we? Is there any other thought that you've not clarified? If we've left the conversation clear.
Oh, listen, you've hit the nail right on the head,
All right.
because that, in essence, is the question that must be asked. is there anything about my background, my education, that concerns you about my ability to perform the role?
Mm-hmm.
And listen carefully, listen keenly, because if the recruiter didn't understand a couple answers that you gave, they will go back and they'll say, by the way, you'd really never clarified this, okay? Um, or the recruit, and most of the time the recruiter don't pick up on the question and they'll just go right ahead and answer. But if the recruiter is in tune and know what that question is about, they might strategically redirect you and not give you any feedback. But yet again, if the recruiter believes that you are a great potential,
Mm-hmm.
they are going to be answering that question. And this gives you an opportunity to clarify, as you rightly said, any doubts, any misunderstanding, miscommunication, etc. You must ask that question. Maybe not in the exact same word, but
Mm-hmm.
ask it.
Yes.
And then I think my final point, I feel like I've been talking rather long this morning.
No, we've had a conversation. It's been back and forth. It's been good conversation this morning.
Okay, good. Is that you must take control of your personal brand, because if you do not take charge of your personal brand, someone will. Someone will come up with their own perception, with their own ideas about you, right? So you must take charge of your personal brand and manage the narrative of what people are thinking about you as a job seeker, because believe it or not, it does affect you. It does
Mm-hmm.
affect you. And ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Andrew Fairman of Talent Box Jamaica, executive search and placement firm, as well as operators of careerja.com. We have a promotion running at the moment where you can win one of three prizes. Okay, so you must log on. Listen, don't let the new year come and you're not registered to careerja.com. I have some opportunities that I will be listing today and tomorrow as well. So you must log on www.careerja.com. You can win first prize, 25,000 Jamaican dollars. Second prize, 15,000 Jamaican dollars. And third prize, 10,000 Jamaican dollars. You must do that. Just log on, upload your resume, complete your profile to at least 100%, and make sure you like the competition on social media. As easy as that.
Yes. And I took the
As
opportunity
easy as that.
last night to just check you up on LinkedIn. Very active, very relevant, and those opportunities are listed there. Quite a number of those opportunities are listed on LinkedIn, a platform that many young professionals need to be au fait with. You need to get familiar with it and be on it. Yeah, man. If you're using social media, this is the social media platform for young professionals. And of course, Talent Box Jamaica Career JA is active on LinkedIn. And Andrew is there making
Absolutely.
sure that you get the opportunities, listing the opportunities that are available. And as the listeners will now be aware that you need to be in touch with Talent Box Jamaica for your career opportunities. So Andrew, as you were saying.
Absolutely. You need to be on LinkedIn. And in fact, we have an exciting news coming. We will be launching. As will be looking like you know, Rodari. Not physically, but I mean, with your microphones and your headset. So the next time you see me, I might be looking like that, because we really want to create an opportunity and an avenue for job seekers. And we're striving to actually be the voice of recruitment. So we will be launching or Talking Talent series. It's exciting. We're planning our content calendar, and we have great things coming. So watch out for that as well. And I just want to bless you up and the Fit FM team for 2020. Well, I mean,
Hey.
2021. 2020 is almost over.
Yes.
And happy to be here. And we're looking forward to great things. I don't believe in the New Year's resolution um, nothing.
Mhm.
But I do trust in God, and we hope and pray for the best. Yeah.
Definitely. Awesome, my friend. Hey, want to say thank you, Andrew. We're just well, a little over time, but you're good people in us, so we can always extend a minute or two to you. You be sure to be locked in for Monday Math Trivia, which comes up next. But you've been listening to the headhunter himself, Mr. Andrew Fairman, Managing Director, Talent Box Jamaica. Also, what's the title for career, JA? Managing the MD as well?
Well, you can say head cook and bottle washer. I like that one.
Head cook and buckle washer for careerja.com. Be sure to check out those platforms if you are a job seeker. Andrew, all the best to you and the team, Johnny Gay, the entire team, the entire Talent Box team. All the best for 2021. Looking for bigger and greater things as you bring that je ne sais quoi to the recruitment process. Andrew, walk good, my friend. Blessings.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. So that is the career corner right here, Fit FM 96.7. We hit the break, take a word from our sponsors, and when we return, it's all about Monday Math Trivia right here. So forward.
Looking for your next career opportunity? Or are you seeking general career advice? Join Andrew Fairman and the Talent Box team this and every Monday at 8:30 a.m. for the Career Corner. Your career and personal development are too important to leave it up to chance. That's this and every Monday at 8:30 a.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Fit FM, your life, your music.
Don't make diseases spread. Wash your hands with soap and water instead. Wash them regular or use a hand sanitizer. Make sure the germs them dead. Touching your eyes or your mouth or your nose. Wash your hands before you do things like those. After you use the bathroom before preparing food, come on, wash your hand them clean. Cause it's so easy for germs multiply. You better wash your hands, it can save your own life. Wash your hand them clean, nobody spread no disease now. Hand washing is key.
A message from the Ministry of Health and PAHO.
More Life Products presents The Herbalist and You, a health feature promoting alternative, healthy lifestyle with the use of medicinal oils, herbs, and spices. Join me, Charmaine Lewis, and Richard Erskine this and every Thursday at 7:30 a.m. for The Herbalist and You on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Every word of worship. With one accord. Every praise.
Tuesday mornings on Fit FM, it's all about worship and praise. Hey, join me, the Reverend Junior Rutty, on Fit FM 96.7, 8:30 a.m. through 10 a.m. for Praise Up Tuesday, your mid-morning experience. Come with me every Tuesday as we send up the praises to our God on this station, Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music.
Y'all got it now. Help us sing every praise.
Amazing. You make my life feel brand new.
Join us on Be Inspired with Shaggy Tosh and DJ Jai
on Feed FM 96.7
every Tuesday between 12 noon and 2 p.m. Jamaican time.
You can also tune in via www.facebook.com/FeedFM 96.7.
You can't afford to miss it. Keep on being inspired on Feed FM.
Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love. Oh.
Have you ever desired to experience rebirth in your body, mind, and soul? Then join me, your host, Pastor Chidale Smallwood, aka The Poetic Revolution, on Fit FM 96.7 every Tuesday evening at 6 inside Gospel and Soul for Rebirth, where redemption eventually brings into reality total healing. That is Rebirth. on Fit FM 96.7 Gospel and Soul. Your life, your music.
Join Fit FM weeknights at 8 p.m. for News Brief, a compilation of news stories from Trelawney and neighboring parishes provided by credible news sources, with a repeat at 10 a.m. weekday mornings. That's News Brief, weeknights at 8 p.m., with a repeat weekdays at 10 a.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
All right, 7 minutes after 9 is your time right here, Fit FM 96.7. Time for your Monday Math Trivia. And you know, I realized something. I realized that you guys have found my stash. You found my stash of questions. You're Googling my answers, but no worries. This morning, you're going to have to screenshot me how you work out the answer. Haven't heard from Simone and my crew in St. Elizabeth for a while. Simone, how you do? I don't hear from you. Were you a part of Monday Math Trivia last week? I don't think so, you know. I don't think I've heard from Simone in a while. One to Marcus, one to the genius. Listen, Simone also has another ride or die. I don't remember her name. You're going to have to text me and remind me. But yeah, no worries. Looking forward to hearing from you before the year is out. And definitely looking forward to hearing from you in Monday Math Trivia. Hey, gotta say good morning to Karen, Melissa, Felicia, all my trivia players. Still haven't heard from Dalton in a minute. Somebody need to check on Dalton. Tell me what I'm doing. Am I right? Gotta say good morning to Charmaine. All right, Monday Math Trivia, algebra. That's what we've been doing. We're going to continue. Natalie's dying with laughter for the fact that I asked for a screenshot to prove how you work out the answers. Yeah, no, you're not getting any bragging rights. You're not getting any requests if I feel like I'll Google my answer. Gotta say big shout out to Annette. Annette is a great trivia player as well. I think I left off with this one last week. I don't remember if I got the answer to it. So I'm going to hit you up with it. I'm going to start off trivia with this one. Did I get the answer to this one? There are 40 pigs and chickens in a farmyard. Joseph counted 100 legs in all. How many pigs and how many chickens are there? That's the first one. That's the last one I left with you last week. I don't remember if I got the answer. So we're going to start with that one. There are 40 pigs and chickens in a yard. Joseph counted 100 legs. Joseph counted 100 legs in all. How many pigs and how many chickens are there? Good morning, Diane. How do you do, Diane? Diane, I cannot play that message. Diane, you have to describe the outfit differently. You have to say posterior rider. Diane, you hear when me say you have to adjust the message. You cannot give it to me like that. You don't want me to on the radio for next year. You have to say posterior rider. All right? Yeah, that right. That's the way that you can say it. When you say posterior rider, then my listeners can understand that that is the diplomatic, that is the politically correct way to describe the outfit that she was wearing. All right? So fix it up and send it again. Let me replay it. But before we get to that, let's deal with this. There are 40 pigs and chickens in a farmyard. Joseph counted 100 legs in all. How many pigs and how many chickens are there? This one is too easy. We should have gotten the answer already. Annette has sent me a response, but I know Annette is incorrect. There are 40 pigs and chickens in a farmyard. Joseph counted 100 legs in all. How many pigs and how many chickens are there? Before I even say Annette is incorrect, let me double check something. Annette has sent me how she worked it out. I like it. Now, here's my problem with this question. First of all, if you have 40 pigs, then 40 by 4 is 160, right? So straight away you realize that all the pigs were not in the yard, right? So there are 40 pigs in the farmyard, but not all. Joseph never counted all 40 of them at that time. He counted 40. He counted X number of pigs and X number of chickens. So you can't. Why I said Annette would have been wrong, because you gave me 40 pigs. And all right, so now she got the correct answer, and this is how she worked it out, which I agree with. All right. So Annette is the only brave soul to take on that question this morning. The correct answer we're looking for is 10 pigs and 30 chickens. Right, so clearly you could not have had all the pigs in the same place, because then it would have already been over 100. All right, I missed the call just now. Sorry about that. Was paying attention to the text and not the call. All right, second math trivia of the morning. Let's find you your second math trivia question. Still missing several of my trivia players. Haven't heard from Karen. Have not yet heard from Felicia. Listen, I wonder if them hungover from all the Christmas cake and sorrel that they consumed. All right, second one I'm going to leave you with this morning. I'm only going to give you two this morning. A man selling computer parts realizes that when he sells 16 computer parts, his earnings is $1,700. When he sells 56 computer parts, his earnings is $4,300. What will the earning be if the man sells 30 computer parts? A man selling computer parts realizes that when he sells 16 computer parts, his earnings is $1,700. When he sells 56 computer parts, his earnings is $4,300. What will the earning be if the man sells 30 computer parts? You got to give me your workings. Shout out to Miss Pauline Martin, the entire Stuart Castle community locked in. Monday Math Trivia. We got a minute to play. Second and final question of the morning. A man selling computer parts realizes that when he sells 16 computer parts, his earnings is $1,700. When he sells 56 computer parts, his earnings is $4,300. What will the earning be if the man sells 30 computer parts? And something else just caught my eye. Another question caught my eye, which I thought would have been more fun to share. So we had a new player on the WhatsApp line, but I don't see the player's name. So I'm inviting a person with 482. Just drop me a text with your name. And Felicia is present. Good morning to Felicia. right, 22 minutes after 9 o'clock. You know, Felicia has given a response, and I haven't worked it out, to be quite honest. I was busy looking at another question, and the third question kind of threw me for 6. Because I couldn't figure out the third question. All right, this question, let me work it out. Let me remind you of the question. A man selling computer parts realizes that when he sells 16 computer parts, his earnings is 1,700. Right? When he sells 56 computer parts, his earning is 4,300. So he sells what? How many? 16. He gets 1,700. He sells 56. He gets 4,300. And so they're asking, what will his earnings be if he sells 30 computer parts? I'm going to work it out and let you know. But right now, we're going back to Inside the Music. Been a while since I played you a little hip hop and R&B.
I know you got a girlfriend.
So I think I'll work this way until 10. 24 after 9.
I know you got a girlfriend, baby. You know that I got a man. We could wait until we're single, but it won't be as fun then. There's something about being wrong that just feels so right. Think about it in the morning, cause we be all night. Maybe we can keep going, cause you already knowing that you never stop the show until you see the light. And the lights ain't on right now. I can't even see what's going on right now, cause this Tennessee's so strong right now. I don't even care if I'm wrong right now, right now, right now. It ain't cheating. It's a what you call it. This could be our little secret. Oh, what you call it. Girl, I know you got a man. He can make you lose it like I can. I can tell that you've been working all night, all night. Cause baby, what he don't know hurt him. White lies, white lies. Yeah. There's something about me wrong that just feels so right. Think about it in the morning, cause we be all night. Baby, we can keep going, cause you already knowing that you never stop the show until you see the light. And the lights ain't on right now. I can't even see what's going on right now, cause this Tennessee's so strong right now. I don't even care if I'm wrong right now, right now, right now. It ain't cheating. It's so what you call it. This could be our little secret. So what you call it. Hey, I need it. To get you all alone in my bed, my baby, don't tempt me. See if I can love you better. Be friends. I'm thinking we can do this forever. Oh yeah. You might make me safe with him. It ain't cheating. It's so what it's call it. This could be our little secret. Just let trick or treat. Let's get it. No, I ain't tryna flex. No ceilings, you can see who's in it. Oh, if we're talking about sex, girl, you know that I invented that. And I'm on to the next. That's a unless you bring a friend who with it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you mad that I came to the party? Like, no, no, no. You took your girl to the club and now she gone. Now she asking me when I'm taking her home. I told her let's go, long as you know, cause I know when we get alone. Now I'm touching you tonight, I'm loving you tonight. Wait, no, I'm crushing you, girl. You must be used to spending, putting in that time, touching, loving, crushing. Can't make up my mind. I'm loving you. Wait, no, I'm crushing you tonight. Girl, you rockin' with the best. Take a picture while I'm deep up in it. Oh, and if they living right next, then I bet they know my name in a minute. Let me feel your body sweat. I promise I'll keep your body dripping. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you mad that I came to the party? Like, no, no, no. You took your girl to the club and now she gone. Now she asking me when I'm taking her home. I told her let's go, long as you know, cause I know when we get alone. Now I'm touching you tonight, I'm loving you tonight. Wait, no, I'm crushing you, girl. You must be used to spending, putting in that time, touching, loving, crushing. Can't make up my mind. I'm loving you.
Yo, sometimes I tell him I love him because I just wanna fuck him. I never love him, I cuff him, and when we done, I'ma duck him. He Ferragamo, the buckle, he Louis V on the duffel. The booty wetter than puddles, I ride his butt like a shuttle. I said, real niggas let real come first, and real niggas been bad from birth. Kiss him when he made more money last year than Mr. Drummond.
Rhythm is a dancer, I need a companion. Girl, I guess that must be you. Body like the summer, touch it like no other. Don't you tell them what we do. Don't tell him, you ain't need, don't tell him, you ain't need, gotta tell him, don't tell him, you ain't need, don't tell him, you ain't need, gotta tell him, don't tell him. Know you say you're down with it, won't tell him how you hit the ground with it. Girl, you know I'm from Chicago, I act a fool, Bobby Brown with it. In it, nobody take me out though. You got gifts, bring them down to South Pole. Marathon, gotta put them out. Don't you worry about it, I gon' work it out. Only it's you got me feeling like this. Oh, why? Love it while grabbing the rhythm, your hips. That's right. Rhythm is a dancer, I need a companion. Girl, I guess that must be you. Body like the summer, touch it like no other. Don't you tell them what we do. Don't tell him, you ain't need, don't tell him, you ain't need, gotta tell him, don't tell him, you ain't need, don't tell him, you ain't need, gotta tell him, don't tell him. Girl, they fool with it, but you know I know what to do with it, I give you that, girl, I'm talking laps, as if you got a pool in it. Let's see she ain't with your best friends, but let me be a diamond. You know you feeling like your boy, press play. Just keep the winding. Only it's you got me feeling like this. Oh, why? Love it while grabbing the rhythm, your hips. That's right. Rhythm is a dancer, I need a companion. Girl, I guess that must be you. Body like the summer, touch it like no other. Don't you tell them what we do. Don't tell him, you ain't need, don't tell him, you ain't need, gotta tell him, don't tell him, you ain't need, don't tell him, you ain't need, gotta tell him, don't tell him.
Running around, throwing that dirt all on my knee. Cause I knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you, what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh. You run around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here standing face to face. You already know that you won. Oh, I know that dress is karma, regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on you. What you expect, baby? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I know that dress is cold, perfume regret. Got me thinking about when you were mine. Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. You got the healing that I want, just like they say in the song. Until the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. We got this king size to ourselves, don't have to share with no one else. Don't keep your secrets to yourself. It's Kama Sutra show and tell. Yeah. Whoa, there's loving in your eyes that pulls me closer. It's so subtle, I'm in trouble, but I love to be in trouble with you. Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on.
So I just had a mental block just now for a few seconds. Of course, this song reminds me of another song, Vintage, and it eluded me for a minute.
Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on.
No, it's not a Marvin Gaye song.
You got the healing that I...
But it has inspired me, along with a message that I just got on the WhatsApp, to change the vibe. So go with me while I do this.
And get it on. We got this king size to ourselves, don't have to share with no one else. Don't keep your secrets to yourself.
This is Fit FM 96.7. Duncan Stroloni.
There's loving in your eyes that pulls me closer.
Have you any idea where I'm going with the music?
It's so subtle, I'm in trouble.
To anyone who is feeling a little down, remember,
let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. You got the healing that I want, just like they say in the song. Till the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Don't play it no more. Don't play it no more. Don't play it no more. No, 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 no. Don't play that song for me. It brings back memories of days that I once knew. The days that I spent with you. Oh no, don't let it play. It fills my heart with pain. Please stop it right away. I remember just what it said. It said, darling, I love you. You know that you lied. Darling, I love you. You know that you lied. Darling, I love you. You know that you lied. You lied. You lied, 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 lied. There is a rose in Spanish Harlem, a red rose up in Spanish Harlem. It is a special one, it's never seen the sun. It only comes up when the moon is on the run and all the stars are gleaming. It's growing in the street, right up through the concrete, but soft and sweet and dreamy. There is a rose in Spanish Harlem, a red rose up in Spanish Harlem. Eyes as black as coal, then looks down in my soul and starts a fire there, and then I lose control. I have to beg your pardon. I'm going to pick that rose and watch her as she grows in my garden. When this whole world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below can bother me. Let me tell you now, when I come home.
So much for current hip hop and R&B. We're here.
Presence.
It's your morning connection. It's an interactive morning radio.
I get up
and somebody says,
crowds and all that rat race noise down in the street.
I want to sway to a different beat. And so we're swaying to a different groove. It's your Monday morning connection. Listen, don't let your worries get you down. And make it so. Where do we go? Fit FM 96.7.
Up on the roof. Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. Girl to hold in my arms, know the magic of her charms, 'cause I want Girl, to call my own, I wanna.
Hey, shout out to all the beautiful dream lovers.
Every night I hope
you know you're occupying somebody's dream. Shout out to you.
Girl, the whole
when they wake up, they text you in the morning and say, hey, listen,
girl,
dreamt about you last night. What's the most beautiful dream? I'm not talking about when Dr. Thorpe and I were talking about nightmares, and yeah, no, we're not talking nightmares, we're talking beautiful dreams.
Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. Girl, to hold in my arms and know the magic of her charms, 'cause I want, girl, to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Dream lover, where are you? With a love oh so true, and the hand that I can hold, feel you near as I grow old. 'Cause I want, girl, to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Someday I don't know how, I hope she'll hear my plea. Some way I don't know how, she'll bring her love to me. Dream lover, until then I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do till all my lover's dreams come true. 'Cause I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Dream lover, until then I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do till all my lover's dreams come true. 'Cause I want, girl, to call my own. I wanna dream.
Hello, Roddy G. I'm at work, so I don't get the chance to give you a morning caller. So I'm at work at Rob Jetty with my working lady with me, Margaret, Lorraine, and Cynthia, and Everton. So I'm wishing them also a good day too, and we enjoy our day today. And even it's rain, I want a shout out for them. All right, and also you take a shout out. Bye, love you.
This magic moment, so different and so new, was like any other until I kissed you, and then it happened. It took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too, by the look in your eyes, sweeter than wine, softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have, whenever I hold you tight. This magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. Oh.
So I wonder if I can share a little commentary, a little story with you on this track.
This magic.
So before I play the next track, I want to share with you what's going through my mind. So I'm picturing a boy and a girl, probably them high school dance, and them never kissed before, and boy and girl at dance, them a waltz. We're not talking like a daggering and them there's something where them are going. No, we're talking nice ballroom dancing, hand in arm, hand in hand, palm in hand, and feet on the inside of feet, and like a waltz situation there, Hey, on the teach on the boy picking them how to dance with a woman though. On them something there. On the teach on the boy picking how to formally dance with a woman. How to rest his hands on her back, how to feel the movement of her waist, how she sways, how to have his feet on the or have her feet. Oh my God, feet on the inside of her feet, right? That's all. Depends on who is leading. Depends on who is leading. I don't know all of them little technicalities there about dancing together. So I'm gonna step on one another toe. I don't know why you rest your hand on the small of her back, because that is what's gonna tell you how she's moving and how she's swaying and her rhythm. So you feel that, and so you don't look clumsy and not awkward. But then when you finally get the rhythm right and you're dancing together and the movement is just right and the music is right and you're swaying and you're in tandem, you're moving together, you're in unison. And then they talk some sweet nothings in her ears. And it's notings. It's sweet. It's not sweet nothings. It's actually sweet notings. But also Jamaicans, we said sweet nothing. And people say sweet nothing, but it's actually notings, as in notations, as in commentaries. You're making little notings about her. Yeah, do that little something there. And you want teeth one little chops, and you just make a cheek come round while you talk and little. That's the image I don't know if that did happen with me that go high school. I don't know if I saw me did do it or me just I imagine. But that's the type of thing that is going through my mind when I hear these tracks. And so listen to the next one.
This magic moment, so different and so new, was like any other until I kiss you, and then it happened. It took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too, by the look in your eyes, sweeter than wine, softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight, this magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. Oh, 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 oh.
You see, when you reach this part of the song and you're just swaying together, then it inspires you for this next selection.
Sweeter, 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 sweeter. You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight.
Listen, when you've danced and wooed her properly, you don't matter when your other brethren them come beg her for dance, because first of all, they should not go make them hold her so tightly and so nicely as you did, and she's just having fun. You've already made your mark. Phyllis must talk to them. They have no clue about this. These young men nowadays only know off of that. Listen, when I have to go school the youth, when I have to bring back the romance and other thing, man. For 2021, bring back the romance and I think not 2021 and beyond. Yeah, man, teach your youth them how to dance with a girl. Yeah, man, teach them how to rent a tile. Even if I bubble, them I go bubble. But yeah, make sure so when them type of music come on, them know how to be a ladies gentleman. You understand? Also, I'm getting a little cussing on the WhatsApp line. I'm going to cuss back because somebody sent one greeting outside at the 8:15 time. And possibly when I was chatting with Andrew, And so they're taking me to task that I didn't send out the greeting. So I'm going to find that greeting. Let me find that greeting before I get to the song and play it.
Oh, I should have sent birthday greetings for Ashani. He celebrated his birthday yesterday over there in Duncansville. Greetings come from the entire family, and we had fun last night.
Ashani is because them sent it to him with us set up the other program, so it's kind of skip it. But Ashani, I hope you enjoyed your day yesterday. Continue to enjoy your week. As you heard, greetings coming from your family. It was a wonderful day. All right, so back to the music. Back to the ballroom dancing. Back to the sounds of which one am I reach? Oh, Benny King and Drifters. All right, so let me press play over this side.
You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. You can smile every smile for the man who held your hand neath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Oh, I know. Laugh and sing. Yes, I know. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never, never let you go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks, if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms.
I know young boy alone don't know the dance. Some big man don't know how to dance neither, so teach them. Yeah, teach them. And a young man them alone, some big old man don't know how to dance neither, so teach them.
Somewhere in my life, I must have earned a favor on the way. Today I'm asking for my lady. Today I'm asking for my baby. Please, I'm asking for love. Somewhere in my youth, I must have done something to earn some love. Now I'm oh so cold and lonely. I need someone to love and hold me. Please, I'm asking for love. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Lots of things I wish would go my way, but love is what I really need today. Somewhere in the past, I'm sure I've earned some blessings that can last and keep me through these lonely hours. Stop me shedding tears like showers. Please, I'm asking for love. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Lots of things I wish would go my way. But love is what I really need today. Somewhere in my life, I must have learned the favor of a
Boy, already me no know about them love something, you know. We are talk about, you know, man. Easy me, them girl, I don't want to hear nothing about that, you know, man. Instantly, then say you're soft, you know. Get their head, shoot grab, is in the ear pull back on them, so they like the roughness, isn't it?
Nebraska said, woman don't want to attend on this nowadays. Ladies, is that true?
I'm asking for love. I'm asking for love. Yeah. I'm asking for love. I'm asking for love.
If I were your woman and you were my man, you'd have no other woman. You'd be weak as a lamb. If you had the strength to walk out that door, my love would overrule my sins, and I'd call you back for more. If I were your woman, if I were your woman, and you were mine.
General, real ladies and gentlemen, listen to them at Junior. Them young people, you know, listen to them Junior, because guess what? They don't know about the lovey-dovey thing there.
If I were your woman and you were my man, you'd have no other woman. You'd be weak as a lamb. If you had the strength to walk out that door, my love would overrule my sins, and I'd call you back for more. If I were your woman, if I were your woman, and you were my man.
Didn't I impose a ban on Felicia from sending me what do you call them, pictograms? I don't know. Yeah, you are, Felicia, you are still banned from sending me pictures.
But I'll pick you up, darling, when she lets you fall. You're like a diamond, but she treats you like glass. Yet you break her to.
Hey, we gotta hit the break. It is now 10 o'clock right here on your Fit FM 96.7. Your Trelawney station. It's a Monday morning. Don't get it twisted. We're not at Thursday. But we're just getting the interactivity going.
No, stop loving you.
And you know it's more R&B when we return. So if we are here in the 70s, then who to tell? We might just continue.
Life is so crazy, and love is unkind. Because she came first, darling, will she hang on your mind? You're part of me, and you don't even know it. I'm what you need, but I'm too afraid to show it. If you were your woman, if you were my woman, if you were your woman, if you were my woman, if I were your woman, if you were my woman, here's what I do. Never, no, stop loving you.
So here I am, the controversial Ed Wallace. I'm on Community Buzz every Monday afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Call me. Our number is 876-482-4944. Let us discuss topics affecting your community. Education, health, community development, infrastructure, and anything else. Remember, Community Buzz, Mondays 3 to 6 on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Under the pressures of your life and it tough. No stay down, mama, time pick it up.
Are you thirsty for some good songs? Well, thirst no more. Join me, DJ Snow, weekdays from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. So let the afternoon flow with me, DJ Snow.
Let it blow, let it blow, let it blow.
Hi there, I'm Julia Meikle Benaya. Join me weekday evenings at 6 p.m. for Gospel and Soul, a program that gives you the very best in gospel music from Jamaica and around the world. That's Gospel and Soul, weekday evenings at 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Hi, I'm Carl Core. Join me Monday to Friday for Children of the Night. Let me keep your company playing your favorites on this station, Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
In a world of uncertainty, there's no better place to go than back to the Bible. As you listen to God's truth and discover His promises for your life, you'll be strengthened and encouraged for the days ahead. Our mission is to help you move closer to Jesus today than you were yesterday. So be sure to listen to the Back to the Bible broadcast weekday mornings at 5 o'clock right here on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
The wealth of a nation is measured by the health of its people. Fit FM, in association with Lena Medical and Gynecology Center Stonebrook Vista, presents Health Matters, Wednesday and Friday mornings at 8:30 inside Morning Connection. Health Matters, a 5-minute feature providing health tips on how to take care of ourselves and the most vulnerable in our community. That's Health Matters, every Wednesday and Friday morning on Fit FM 96.7. Do you operate a small business in Trelawney? Well, talk to us. Be a proud community partner of Fit FM 96.7. Let us help you reach your target audience for an unbelievably low cost. Contact our sales office today at 876-544-0791, 876-377-3442, or email us at fitfmsales@gmail.com. Fit FM 96.7, Trelawney's radio. Your life, your music.
All right, 5 minutes after 10, your time right here. That means we're going to cruise into the 11 o'clock hour. You know, we get out of studio at 11. And so I started out at 9, when was it? 9:25. I started with a little hip hop, a little pop situation, a little R&B situation. And then all of a sudden, we reached into some golden oldies. And so this year, Monday morning, we normally give you, kind of more current R&B songs, but I don't know. My big people are locked in. My grown folks are locked in, and we're continuing the education of the youngsters. We are listen, you need to get your young people out. Get your young people out. And yeah, man, even if I cousin their yard, just get the boys and the girls. Listen, it's time to return the innocence to childhood. Get out the youngsters and let them know, say, get all of the, just get back to picnic stage. You know, when picnic used to think about picnic things. Yes, get the youngsters out and teach them how to groove to some big people music. We're going to groove with the sounds of Diana Ross. It's coming off a new year, and maybe you want to ask this question, but this is how we're going to kick off the groove until 11. Right here, Fit FM 96.7 inside your morning connection.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you?
This is Fit FM 96.7. Duncan Strolone.
I'm Manier representing for Fit FM 96.7 Morning Connection with DJ Roddy G. Push play.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Do you get what you're hoping for? When you look behind you, there's no open doors. What are you hoping for? Do you know? Once we were standing still in time, chasing the fantasies that filled our minds. You knew how I loved you, but my spirit was free, laughing at the questions that you once asked of me. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? I wanna call the stars down from the sky. I wanna live a day that never dies. I wanna change the world only for you. All the impossible I wanna do. I wanna hold you close under the rain. I wanna kiss your smile and feel the pain. I know what's beautiful looking at you. In a world of lies, you are the truth. And baby, every time you touch me, I become a hero. I'll make you safe no matter where you are, and bring you everything you ask for. Nothing is about me. I'm shining like a candle in the dark when you tell me that you love me.
It's like a diamond ring, it's a precious thing, and we never